Fashion Dolls. It is Transformation Tuesday, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, let me take these buds out and plug them back in so that you guys can hear me. All right, our very special guest today is no stranger to the entertainment business. He's been in the entertainment business for a very long time, and I'm super honored and excited to have him here in the Dollhouse. He is an adult entertainer, he is an artist, and more importantly, he is a musician. So, without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest who needs no introduction, Fashion Dolls. He's super talented, super handsome, and very tall. He has the build of a runway model, and I'm super excited to have him here in the Dollhouse. All right, so without further ado, let's send this live on over to Manny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys excited? Can you guys hear me? All right, can you guys hear me? Can you see me well? Without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest. Can you guys hear me? Can y'all see me? I wanted to give a little homage to Tina Turner and Beyonce today with this dress that I'm wearing. So if you guys have not seen the full up close photo of the dress that I took, it is up right now. Can you guys hear me? Without further ado, let's welcome our very special guest, Manny. Hi, Clint. And I did an interview with Clint. Subscribe to Style by Steve. Let's get into it.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Dollhouse. How are you?
Yes, I'm doing all right. Doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, yes. Same.
Had a time up yesterday, but we're
Yes.
here now.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome, and it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Yes.
So, without further ado, before we get into this interview, how has 2023 been for you so far?
Hmm. Well, I could definitely say 2023 has been like one of the craziest uh years I've ever experienced in my life. And I would say definitely at the age of 29 years old and about to be 30, it's been nothing but a lot of growing experiences and a lot of learning experiences to kind of teach me about life in its most raw and realistic way you could possibly think of. And I'm happy that I've been, shown this stuff because, growing up in the time we did just 10, 20 years ago, we live in a whole different, time today. And in order to really get to know, the people that you're around or the people that you hang with or the people that you give your energy to, it's a big thing to really know a lot about that today's, lifetime. So that's about 2023. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're originally from Chicago, am I right?
Yes, yes. Represent Chicago.
Oh,
From the South Side, Morgan Park, Roseland area. Born and raised, went to Chicago State University. And just, lived most of my life out there for about 19 years. Spent majority of my time there. And I just, had to move, get out of there because of the violence and everything. But yeah, like Chicago is my city. I represent every day, all the time. And now I'm here in LA and it's a whole different atmosphere and everything just different, just really different.
yes, you got so much love in the comments. Hi, Clint. Hi, everyone who's coming in.
No, thank you,
So,
thank you.
just people pouring into you. You've been very candid in your journey, and we'll talk about that in this
Hmm.
interview a little later.
Okay.
But let's start from the beginning of your story. Now, you mentioned Chicago. It's so many big names that have come from Chicago. Chance the Rapper, of
Yeah,
course, Shepard, Jennifer Hudson. It's so much talent booming from
it
Chicago.
is.
So, for you growing up, where did you get aspirations? Because you're an artist for music. Where did the
Mm.
inspiration come
Okay. I could definitely say my inspiration came mainly from Michael Jackson, Busta Rhymes, and Timberland. These are the three people who basically once I started listening to music as a kid, these are the people who really got me into making beats and trying to learn of how, they was able to get that far and what they was able to do. How can I sit there and learn from them and listen to their music and kind of, grow from that. And basically, over time, started at the age of 6 years old. I used to beat on the tables and pens with pens and pencils, either at home or at school. And my teacher would be like, Emmanuel, stop banging on the table, you know what I'm saying, to get to class. And I'm like, it's just something about making a beat. And then as, time went on, programs started coming out and drum kits and drum sets started coming out to the point I started drumming, and actually taking music classes. And it's so crazy to the point like I can't even read music, but I could definitely replay anything that somebody played on the drum. I can repeat that and make it better. And I tell people, if you ever seen the movie Drumline with Nick Cannon, I am that person. I can literally take something without even really knowing how to really do it and just make it better. And from that point on, especially listening to Busta Rhymes and Timberland, that just grew into me becoming the producer I am today. And I've been so fortunate to actually, I've made over 500 beats, but publicly I've only released about 20. So it's still a lot of music that I have to offer to the world and to people that my talents are just only getting bigger. And I can definitely say last year I actually got a chance to meet one of my idols, which was Busta Rhymes. And I didn't really get a chance to tell him exactly what I just said now, which is, I would have just told him, you're my idol, and because of you, I'm a producer today. I wanted to tell him that, and I was this close. We were just how we close. I was just that close, but he wasn't really trying to talk and stuff. So it was just, fans and everything. But I could definitely say, music has really taken over my whole life, and it's made me be able to express the feelings that I have on the inside, and everything that I've been doing in my life, it's put into the music. So when people hear it, they're not just hearing a beat that somebody just decided to make one day. They're hearing exactly how I felt that day when I made that beat. So that's how I do it.
Now let me read some of the comments. T
Hmm.
Blaine says that's the because when you hear your beats, you can definitely hear the Timbo influence.
Mm.
Matt instrumental EPs are really fire. I zone out, meditate, and medicate to them.
Yes, yes.
And a big shout out to Fire by Nate. LA is definitely new and wild, and he is a black-owned fashion designer. I've known Nate for a very,
Okay.
very long time, and his design pieces are amazing. So make sure you guys please go and check out Fire by Nate. We're all about supporting black-owned business brands here on my platform.
Yes.
Fitness Nate C. Nate, is that you on the other page too? Which one? Let me know. Let me know because he does have two pages. So make sure you guys go and follow Fire LLC
Okay.
and go and check it out. He's designed some things for some of the cast of Love and Hip Hop and so many other big names that are in the biz. So definitely go and check out Nate.
Cool,
Going for a
cool.
long. Definitely. So for you, because you're an artist, you model, you do it all. So adult entertainment that ties to the picture too.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, tell us, what was your parents' reaction to you getting into this business?
Boy, it's like, where do I even begin? Woo, I haven't even had a conversation like this yet publicly, so this will be the first one. I could let's just start it off this way. When I first was hit up by BBA, Black Boys Addiction, it was, something just random. I was just like, whoa, somebody was saying how they like my pictures and want to see if I can do something. And I was just like, how much, and once I saw that price, I just said, my family needed help. My mom, I wanted to make sure my mom had a Thanksgiving that year. This was 2017. So I just wanted to help my family out. I was struggling, everybody was struggling. So I was just like, let me do this and see how this works. So when I did it, I did my first video, and I got my money, and we had a Thanksgiving and everything. And then 2 months later, I got a phone call saying, "Hey, that video that you made blew up, and we want you to come back for another one. The fans want to see you." And I'm like, I only really, came to do that one video. But, if y'all pay me what y'all paid me last time, we might just have, a situation. And then that's what really like started everything. I never planned to make this a career or, anything. I just wanted to do that one video, get some money, and gone. But then once that second video was made, that's when I blew up and became a star. Literally, like within a month's time, I was at this point known almost around the world. And I couldn't believe it because it was just like, somebody like me, I'm more into music and doing all this other stuff. But to put my body out there and to actually learn that I'm a
Yeah.
sex symbol that can actually stimulate people without even touching them, then I learned like, okay, maybe I could do this. I've always had it in the back of my mind. If it was nothing else that I could do, or if I had a bucket list, doing porn would be that. So it was always like the last thing. It was never the beginning or the first. So once my whole career took off, it just went from there. I had interviews and being in Detroit on TV, newspapers, and like, all types of stuff. And I never really saw that stuff coming. But then once 2018 hit and I started making more videos with other known stars and straight porn star
Yeah.
people, that's when things just really took off. And from that day on, it's been nothing but craziness. I can definitely say when I got to the point to actually tell my mother, I never told my father, but I did tell my mother. And I had to tell her in a way where it wasn't, so blunt, but also at the same
Right.
time that she can understand, I'm not just doing this, and I'm getting, I get her some of my money to collect. So I get her $500 or maybe $1,000. And she's like, Manny, where you getting this money from? And I said, I'm modeling. I do model. I do take pictures and I get paid for modeling as well, just to take pictures. And so I told her that was, the situation. And she was just like, it don't make sense. You making all this money taking pictures. I've never seen that before. And then this is like maybe 6 months later, I finally got a chance to sit down with her after I came back from one of my trips. And I said, Ma, I gotta talk to you. And she was like, what you want to talk about? And I was like, I want to talk to you about, my career and what I've been doing. And she said, okay, go ahead. So we at the seafood restaurant and we're waiting for our food. And I sit and I say, um, so what I want to tell you is I'm doing pornography. And she said, what type of pornography? You doing straight, gay? Like, what you doing? And I said, well, I like guys, so I'm doing gay porn. And she would, and I'm gonna give you exactly how she did it. She said, Emmanuel. And she gave me that look just like that. She said my name, Emmanuel. You know, I did my dirt so you could do yours. And I said, really? And she was like, yeah. She said, boy, go make your money, live your life. And that was our conversation. And from that day, my mom basically just through that conversation told me she accepted me for who I was and what I was doing, as long as it wasn't hurting me and making me feel some type of way. So
Right.
from that point on, I just been, all right, let's keep it rolling. And it's got to the point where I even blew up on OnlyFans and Twitter. I've already hit over 56,000 followers. Um, it's just been like a fiasco of just one opportunity after the next ever since I got into the porn industry. And it's opened up a lot of doors for me. And once I came from Chicago to LA, basically a lot of people in the industry either knew me from my porn or they knew me from my music. And at this point, I'm trying to like get both to kind of come together, but
Collide.
that's not
Right.
happening. Yeah, that's not happening. So it's like at this point in my career, I have to find which one is really going to be, doing the most for me in the next coming years because I have a lot to offer and I'm so talented. It's almost like no matter what I do, I could do anything that I put my mind to. It's just, which one is really going to be successful for me. And that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
And I'm looking at some of the comments. I remember you in Chicago and seeing the growth from here to there. I'm proud.
Thank, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for Cyber Senku. And I love what you said is that when I asked you about being from Chicago, you said, okay, I wanted to get from something better. And that's anybody who's looking to get into this business. And I'll
Yeah.
give you one of my singers as an example, Keisha Cole. She wanted to get out of where she was. She
Yeah.
wanted better for her family. So your story is sort of similar to hers,
Mm.
100%. And I want to thank you for being transparent and putting it out there.
Yeah.
'Cause this is like
Yes.
your first date interview. You know, you're not gonna know what's happening. I was nervous. My heart was beating because I'm just like, oh, I didn't know what to expect. And when
Yeah.
I introduced you, I said, you got the build of a runway model. You're tall. You're like 6 foot.
I'm six
So
five. Yeah, 6'5".
wow, with that, could you see yourself runway modeling as well too?
I could. I've had a few opportunities as far as with the New York fashion show runway, and also with the Paris fashion show here in LA. It's just I just never really got the opportunity to really like go in 100% with it. And it's like most of my modeling when I do my shoots are more like um they're more not more of dealing with the fashion runway, but just more of like magazine type of pictures or whatnot. Like I've signed up for Nike, Adidas, them type of modeling shoots where I just have my picture on a poster somewhere. And if they could put me on a placement, that could work as well. It's just I don't know. I just got to find the right people to work with, and once I find that, which I'm kind of looking for right now in LA, if I can really find a group of people to work with and get some modeling going in, I could actually see myself in the New York fashion show in the future, if that's a possibility. I'm
I
open to it.
definitely could too.
Hmm.
Nate, if you're in the comments, you know what I'm talking about when I
Hmm.
gave you that wink. Maybe somebody can have you walk in their fashion
Mm.
show, Nate.
Okay.
um,
Okay.
you could do great editorial work. The comments is going crazy. They're saying 6'5". Yes, that's model height. I'm on
Hmm.
average back in the day, model had to be at least 5'9" to 6 foot. And this is what Naomi Campbell said in one of her
Hmm.
interviews, is that, most modeling agencies want a certain height requirement. Now it's not about body image. It's not about height.
Yeah.
It's so much more. The fashion industry, and I've learned this working in the fashion industry, is that they want a certain look.
Yes.
And now diversity, things are so diverse. We're not like back in the day where everything is just like, okay, I'll take a picture for a magazine. We're now in social media day and age, and everything goes viral.
Yeah.
So in the fashion world, they want different looks. They want diversity. They don't care about your body type or your height.
Yeah.
So definitely, the key thing is to having a strong walk, and I'm pretty sure you've got it. You're tall, you've got it.
Thank you. Thank you. And I may look young. It still shocks people to this day that I'm 30 years old, basically, but I look
I'm
21.
you. I'm 29.
Yeah. So it's like I still fit in like that younger crowd. I even have younger people coming to me thinking I'm a teenager. And I'm like, whoa, I'm grown.
No,
I'm grown
you have
now.
the face for it.
Yeah.
You have a baby's
And
face,
I want
literally.
to make sure this face is used and put out there and shown before I actually start growing in like facial hair, and stuff, and I start growing that older look. This baby face has been here for almost 25 years, so nothing has really changed.
Tell him he's got a great smile, and that is from S. Samo.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. I
Milan
do.
LED says, let's shoot. And Nate says, definitely he's going to add you. I always
Okay.
need sexy models.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And I also see another person, was it T. Dot Blaine? It says any new music dropping soon. I will have music dropping at the end of the month actually. I'm either going to be dropping a EP or I'm going to be dropping an album, but I am working on that right now. So I do have music coming out. Hmm.
Guys, stay tuned with that. Now, another thing I want to commend you on, man, is that you've been very transparent. You talk a lot about mental health in one of your most recent lives. That's something I talk about a lot on my platform
Okay.
because a lot of people are like, oh, she's beautiful, she's this, that, and the third. But I struggle with anxiety behind the scenes. It's really, really bad. Like, I panic,
Mm.
and Nate knows this about me, Alan Yankee, certain people know this about me. I'm very candid about having anxiety. But
Hmm.
you've mentioned depression. And I want to know, with you, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate your happiness right
Ooh. 1 through 10, I would say happiness wise, I will put that at a 3 to a 4. Um,
now?
and it used to be a 10 up until I got to Los Angeles. Um, and I would say like the last from last year when I moved here from June all the way to December of last year, I went from being this happy, lovable, just guy who can just, nothing faze me to literally just shut down completely. A lot of my fans and supporters and even people who follow me, even family members, do not even know what I just went through the last 6 months of my life to the point, I would not have been sitting here. And I've never, had anxiety in my whole life being on this earth until last year. And I never went into a depression to the point I went missing and had the police had people put a police report on me for missing for about 2 weeks. And I only, disappeared and everything because I felt like I was losing my mind. And I felt like I was literally about to just I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to be, no, I didn't want to be talked to. I didn't want to like nothing. I just wanted to disappear until I can just get myself together. And it's like the stuff I went through in the music industry and all the stuff I experienced dealing with the music industry last year. It's a lot of that kind of put me there. I've learned a lot just dealing with music and dealing with the industry, and to sit there and be able to maneuver through this industry. That's what I said, I've learned a lot because just in my first 2 to 3 months, I was already around Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Mary J. Blige, Soulja Boy, French Montana, and I'm standing next to these people as if I've known these people for years and just met them. But the work that I had to do and the sacrifices that I had to take just to even make that happen, it was worth it. But at the same time, it messed me up mentally. And a lot of the people that I was working with also messed me up mentally to the point I just like completely shut down. And like I said, I never had anxiety. And for the first time in my life, I had anxiety attacks where I couldn't breathe. And it was just like hard to just even sit here and continue to do my daily stuff that I do. So like a lot of people start noticing, Manny's not posting pictures. Manny's not on Twitter no more. Manny's not doing stuff that Manny used to do. So what's going on? And there'd be moments I'll come back after maybe a month of being gone and I say, hey y'all, I miss y'all, I'm back, boo boo boo. And I'm thinking that I'm getting myself back, and then I don't. And then I disappear again. To the point where I just been like really just shaking. And I've needed mental therapy just to even help myself get over this. And I've needed humans who can understand me and relate to me to help me because there's a lot of stuff that I'm still dealing with. I can't just hold on to this anymore because it's hurting, it's pulling me down. And I've tell people like, I've even stopped drinking liquor to a degree just to kind of help myself through this mental depression that I've been going through because I've never experienced something so severe. And the fact that there's so many people that's going through this on a daily basis, I feel like I really need to just get back on social more like I used to in the past and just really talk about the truth because it's only so many of us that actually speaking on what's really going on while everybody else is in la la land. And it's like for us, if we're really trying to make, something happen, not just for one of us, but for the group of us, I believe I have that ability to really make that possible because now that I experienced this, I went through this and I've got out of it. Now I'm not fully out of it, but I'm on the other side. Like when you say happiness, I'm getting back to that place. And that one thing I know about me is to put a smile on other people's faces. That's what makes me happy. And I know all I've done my whole life is do nothing but that. And it's like for the last 6, 7 months since I've been here, I haven't even had a chance to make myself happy. So it's been hard to make other people happy. And I know people depend on me, even though I may not be this big celebrity like Beyonce and everybody else. There's levels to the game. So I tell people I'm not trying to be super famous, but I just know me being known is enough for me to spread my positive energy around this world and to help people, live better or even stay on this planet. Because I've saved a lot of people's lives just conversating with them, talking with them, or just coming in the room and giving them a hug. And you never know what somebody's going through. And that's why I went on live the other day because I was just like, I really need to say something because I feel like a lot of people don't really know what's going on with me. People don't know that for the last 6 months I've been in this deep, dark place where I have been very unhappy and very unsatisfied about everything that's going on. I've even became homeless out here in LA to the point I've slept on the streets. And to some people that hurts them because they're like, you should never be on the streets, dealing with who you are. But I tell people like, you never know what life has expected for you. It's a reason why I'm going through this. It's a reason why this is happening. Because in the future, whatever's going to happen later on, I want to worry about this again. And it's like trials and tribulations show you, you think to yourself, why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? And I just tell people like, it's happening to you for a reason. You may not know that reason. You may not understand that reason. You may not ever be told that reason, but just know once you go through this and you out of it, you won't have to go through that again because you've learned something from it. Now, the only way you will repeat that is if you don't learn and, you just go through it over and over. So I could definitely say, my mental health has been, really on the bad side, but I've definitely been working on it to get on a better side to the point I can actually sit here and talk to you live. If I was still back where I was there, it'd be hard just to even go live and talk. And there would be a lot of days I wake up and just feel like I want to do something, and then my whole day just turns completely the opposite, and I don't do anything. And it makes me feel some way. So it just, yeah.
I'm going to give you one of my favorite verses that my mom always told me to remember, and that is, all the forces of darkness cannot stop what God has ordained, and that is Isaiah 14:27. And that's for anybody out here who feels like they're in a time of darkness. And I know for me, it's just like that gray cloud is hanging over you some days, and you can't seem to pull yourself out of the funk. Let's talk
Yeah.
mental health for a minute because we talk a lot about it on the platforms. Anybody out there who's watching, um, we as people of color, as black people, we have been taught for years to sweep our problems up under the rug.
Hmm.
Just pray about it. Don't talk, talk to God about it. Faith without work is done. Is dead. God put therapists here for a reason. And now to see our people, black people, Manny, get out and go to therapy and say, okay, this is what I need to talk about. What's wrong with you? And then the therapist is going to make you sit and kind of reflect in that moment
Hmm.
and say, okay, now why do you feel that way? Why, what's going on with you? Why do you feel this should happen? Why do you feel? They're going to ask all of these questions to
Yeah.
get down to the root of what the problem is. So you have to search within yourself, and all of this internalized issues, trauma, whatever has affected us. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I watched the live and I said, oh my God, you would never think, as handsome as he is, as
Yeah.
talented as he is, going through all of these things. And with us both being in the limelight and being around these people in these rooms, people would perceive us on social media a certain way that, oh, they're very
Yeah.
standoffish. I'm guarded reason. I guard my emotions for a reason. And it's called protecting my peace. It's called
Hmm.
protecting my energy. And so many people think, oh, well, why are you so mean? Why are you kind of standoffish? Because the industry has taught us to be in a way we have to have our reservations about people who we allow into our circle.
Hmm.
And that's one thing that I commend you for, that I so heartedly talk a lot about on my platform, is protecting your peace,
Yeah.
limiting your circle, not including a lot of people in your circle. And I'm thankful for the crowd of people that are around you. Like
Yeah.
Nate, I'm picking on Nate. If he's still here, I'm gonna
Mm.
get to your question. I'm gonna get to your question. But I'm thankful to have people like that in my corner who witnessed and stood right there.
Yeah.
The trials, the tribulations, the errors, the fails, all of that. The good and the bad and the ugly. You have to go through the ugly to get to the beautiful.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
everything that you've been through, from the homelessness to the depression to everything, that is God's way of leading you to something even bigger and better. Because
Thank
trust
you.
me, I've had to start off on this platform too. I got hacked. I didn't
Yeah.
want to get it because I'll get all upset over it
Yeah.
again.
Same.
Lost my show page, and I had at least, it was 1,000 people. That it was lots of people all over the world who watched Style by Stevie, who watched the platform,
Yeah.
and they showed love to the page. And I lost that page. I was devastated. But I
Same.
said, you know what? It's a rebirthing process. So not just on social media, but in life too. I
Yeah.
said it's me reinventing myself to come back for even something bigger and better. So all of the obstacles, the trials and tribulations that I've been through is preparing me for what God has in store for me, which is something even bigger, even better. And I must say, right now, I'm at a place in my life where I'm at peace the most,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. And it's because I get up every morning and I pray and I do my affirmations. So if you're not affirming or putting things out there in the
Mm-hmm.
universe, then you're sitting and reflecting in the moment. And another thing is a lot of people out here that can also help with trauma is we got to stop beating ourselves up for our
Yeah.
past mistakes. I've learned from it because I do it all the time, and I'm just like, oh my God, I gotta go back, I gotta correct that. Going into the new year, I said I want to apologize to everybody that has done me wrong or anybody who's done me wrong. In a way, it's just like, why are you apologizing to people who've done you wrong? It's gaslighting. You can't deny your feelings for how you feel.
Yeah.
That's a form of gaslighting. So they should come and apologize to you. So let me read some of these comments.
Okay.
Personal question: being in the industry, mental health, while still trying to deliver not only great content but be emotionally available for the people around. That's for you, man.
I've actually been, I can definitely say I've been dealing with that. And it's been hard. Especially trying to make content with people and stuff. You know, it's like, we both on the same page to what we're trying to get out of this, but then to be stimulated and emotionally connected and, sexually attracted to a person, if your emotions is not there, which I've had multiple situations already, it just kind of throws things off. And for me, it's also been kind of affecting me with my work, to a degree where it's almost making me feel as if, um,
Interest, lack of interest.
something like that, or if not, it may be time for a transition, because it's like for the last 6 years and a half, I've put majority of my blood, sweat, and tears into this career just to even make something out of it, and to also help me financially, and to get known, because I don't want to just be known for that. I want to be known for multiple things. But I could definitely say it has affected me, mentally, where I'm just not there. I'm there, but I'm not there. So the other person has like recognized that, like, you okay? You want to do this still? And I'm just like, oh no. I even had a situation, with one of the person I collab with, and I don't mind saying his name, but Gotti Styles. He's a big Twitter person, content creator, and just hanging with him for about 2 weeks, he actually got to see the real side of what's going on with Manny, and why everybody else on social media think Manny is okay. And while we was actually
Right.
making content, some of that content was released, and people loved it. Like, it wasn't, people didn't really see me crying or anything in it, but during that time I was there with him, I actually got a chance to sit down with him and say, it's a lot of people on Twitter who really think that my life is just really up here right now, and it's actually like out the picture at its lowest. And he was just like, we don't have to do it if you don't want to. We could actually just sit here and chill, and I could actually be a person who can help you if you need help, if you need a hug, or if you need somebody to talk to. I could be here. We don't have to have sex. Now, I actually told him, like, thank you, because coming from an industry where sex is like the main priority for everything and income, there's been a lot of moments just in the last 6 months where somebody's trying to meet up with me, or make a video or anything. I'm just like, I'm not mentally there to even do it. I want to, but it's like, I just know I'll mess it up, or something won't be right because I'm be in my head, or I may start crying or something. It's like, I'm not a person who really show my emotions to people. So when I do cry, it's more by myself and stuff. And I actually cried in front of Gotti, where he was just like, wow, you know what? You ain't even got to come here no more and to do OnlyFans or anything. If you need somebody to talk to, and actually just be there for you, you can just come here for that. And I literally like broke down. I was like, thank you, thank you so much, because you don't realize like what I've been going through. But I feel like I need to tell people what I've been going through, because if I'm just holding it in my head and to myself and not telling nobody about it, I could actually have another breakdown again, or something. So it's like it's just best that I went on social media and actually talked about this. So I'm going to go live a few more times and actually talk about the stuff I experienced and what I've been going through, even though I've been making it seem like everything has been okay. It has not, but I can definitely go into detail and tell people like, hey, even though I'm still dropping videos and stuff, I'm going through this. But just give me time to like, get myself together because I basically learned that I was suppressed. And being suppressed as a human being, that can do a lot of damage to you. To the point I literally felt like my happiness was taken away from me. And I know I ain't nothing but a good energy, positive person. I've always been happy. I've always smiled. I'm never mad. I'm never, this evil, mad person. Everybody knows me as a nice, genuine guy. So to sit there and have all these things just happen in just short amount of time, and to see me talking to you right now, I mean, I'm blessed to still be here, and I'm blessed to even have this opportunity to still be able to use my voice and my energy to affect others and to talk to others to let people know it's okay, because if I've been through this and I got to the other side and I made it through, you can too.
Absolutely. We got so many comments, questions coming in. I see you all. Shout outs to Ricky. Announcement, breaking news. Ricky Taylor is going to be coming on in the fall. So
Mhm.
make sure you guys, we've been renewed. So we're going to have some amazing guests coming on in November. All right. Let me see. Cyber Senku, one of your classmates says, respectfully, has the industry numbed you to being sexually available emotionally for any partners that you may have had prior? Ooh,
Hmm. Um, I could say yes. I could say yes. It's I could
take your time.
I could just um I mean I wouldn't even know how to really answer that question. I just know like I just been like sometimes I'm emotionally there, sometimes I'm not. I've definitely had moments where I'm definitely like just stuck and I'm not even like here. I'm just somewhere in my head just like stuck even though something's happening around me and stuff and I just know emotionally dealing with this is I've cried more than I ever imagined that I would. It's been days I've just been walking outside, just walking, and I just start breaking down crying. So this that stuff do affect me emotionally because I know if I'm not emotionally there, it's going to be harder to do my job. It's going to be harder to do the work that is needed to be done. And for me, my job pays my bills. And if I don't really, do that, which has been kind of hard to do, it's affecting my bills. It's affecting my money. It's affecting my income. And I mean, that's the best I could probably answer that.
No,
It's really been affecting me emotionally. On a severe level. And sometimes I just tell people I just need a hug. You give me a hug and you don't realize what that hug can just do for me and to me as a person. But yeah, that'd be the best I can answer that question.
no, you're
I don't want to
good.
start
You're
crying
good.
and stuff because okay.
Space.
Yeah.
Uh, Nate wants to know how has being in the adult entertainment business affected trying to date.
Ooh, that's been a very, very touchy subject. I've had people who wanted to date me and still allow me to do porn. And I've had people who wanted to date me and told me that I had to stop it immediately if I wanted to be with them. And from my perspective and me being a porn star, I can definitely say I've dated a person, a guy and a female while doing porn. I actually fell in love with a guy while doing porn, and he was acceptance of me for doing it because I was doing it before I met him. But he was just like, I love you. I'm here for you. I'm right there by your side. So even when I was doing these shoots, he trusted that I was going there to do my job and not cheat or anything like that, and come back and be with him. It's been times he even questioned me, like, are you kissing people the way you kiss me? Are you having sex with them people the way you have sex with me? And I told him no, because when I kiss you, I'm kissing you with love. I'm kissing you with feelings. I'm kissing you with stimulation. when I kiss these people, I don't know them like that to have that same feeling towards them. Yeah, me and Bandit, we are really close. We have a good bromance between us two, but that's about it. I made sure every time I came home that he got the best of me. You know what I'm saying? Even though people saw me do my thing online or on a camera, he got the best of me. So it got to the point where he actually broke up with me after one of my shoots. I came home off a flight. He picked me up from the airport, took me out to dinner. We had a great time. It was almost as nothing was wrong. And the next morning, he just told me it was over. And um, once that happened, I was just kind of devastated because I was so in love with a person who actually was with me, even though I was doing this porn stuff. And once that person left, I have not been in a relationship since. I've been single for the last 4.5 years just because the few people that I have run across and wanted to date or be with, they've told me no. You got to stop doing what you're doing if you want to be with me because I don't want to share you with everybody. I'm not giving I don't want your body to be you, but I just want it to myself. And I'm just
Right.
like, okay, I can do that. And before my ex, broke up with me, I literally told him like I would drop, and this was at the height of my career. I was making over $100,000 in 2018.
Oh,
So at that point in time, I told him like, this money's coming in, we can be successful, we can start building, investing, making something happen. But he was just like, it's just hard to take in everything that you're doing. So I told him like I will quit doing all of this just to be there with you and to love you and to show you how much I do love you. I would drop it all in a dime. And he told me no, don't drop it, don't leave it, continue doing it. And I just continue to do it. It's just I haven't really found anyone. I've had moments where I've talked to people, we went on a date or something, but it's never progressed to a relationship. Only because, I'm having sex with other people. So it is getting to a moment where I can't say it's been times I felt really sad or really like, why am I doing this if nobody's going to be with me? If I'm this so-called fine looking guy, good looking, handsome guy, what will really keep a person from being with somebody like me? And in most cases, it's them saying, what you're doing. The only good positive thing out of that I could say would be is some people I have met or talked to who wanted to be with me or I wanted to be with them, and we both was okay with me doing porn
yeah.
while they did another job or something. It was even a few situations where they said they would do porn with me. We could do porn together and make money together and be this power couple like you see on Twitter. There's a few couples that actually do this together and actually make that money. So I've run into them situations, but nothing just never transpired. So, yeah, that would be how my relationships status and stuff can be, well, the situations I deal with while doing.
Again, I appreciate you being so transparent for
Hmm.
this. And let me read some of you guys' comments. I'm interacting with you guys also as well too. I see you all are coming in.
Oh,
Welcome.
yes, thank
Um,
you.
Lamar, who is coming on the show also in the fall, says, OMG Manny, I'm so glad you are telling your story. I really identify with you. See? And it just goes to show
Thank
you
you.
the impact that you have on people. Another thing that I want to say to you also is that you pour so much into everyone that
Hmm.
you have to make sure you're taking the time to pour into yourself as well too. We both are like that. We both have given, caring hearts
Yeah.
where we give so much of ourselves to people, and it's just like, okay, when am I going to have time for myself? So I tell people this all the time: make sure that you are indulging in self love and self care.
Hmm.
So take that time. Go find somebody.
Yes.
I got a feeling. Come on, stay safe. You will find somebody. Take
Yeah.
that time to reflect in self love and be in the moment. Mary J. Blige, y'all seen the trailer for her film that she's coming out with, Real
Yes.
Love. She said, I thought the song was about finding somebody to date a real love, but she said, no, it's about finding the real love that is within
And
you.
you,
So we
yes.
got to find the real love within ourselves first before we can give our heart to
Exactly.
anybody else.
Love
Trust
yourself
me.
first before
I've
you
had
love anybody
offers.
else.
Yes.
Hmm.
I've had offers from you trying to date me too, and it's just like, no, I'm busy with this platform and family. I'm going to be an auntie pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited at this point in my life right now. So
Mm.
right now, I'd rather focus on me. And then when the right man comes along, because I know my girlfriends and everybody, my friends, they're putting it on me like, okay, when we gonna get us a nephew? When we gonna get us a son? Okay. All
Yeah.
right, you pushing it now. In due time,
Mm-hmm.
in due time, when you find the right person, all of that is gonna come together. Don't rush it. Let love come to you, or let love lead you.
That's right,
That's
no
what I
rush. And I tell
right.
people when you rush things, bad things happen. So never rush. Just be patient and let it come to you. When it comes, the good stuff will happen because you was patiently waiting for it to happen. But if you rush it because you want it to happen now, something bad is gonna happen where that relationship is gonna end or whatever you rushed, it's just gonna turn it out bad. That's how I look at
It doesn't turn out too well. Don't rush
it. Yeah.
it. Some people get married so young, and it's just like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
why did I do this? And then later on down the line, it's just like we started off so young,
Yeah.
where we're arguing, having our issues and things. What can we do to make this work? I
Mm-hmm.
dated someone who worked in the adult entertainment business and asked him to stop being that that who was the breadwinner, and he said
Mm-hmm.
no. And then, yes, if you're dating someone in the entertainment business or dating someone in the entertainment business, period, adult entertainment or mainstream, you're gonna have to make a lot of
You
sacrifices
you are.
because definitely you're in the public eye. Either way you look at it, it can be adult or mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the public eye, and dating someone in the public eye takes a lot. You're going to have to worry about all of the eyes and all of the rumors, all of the ears. All of these things come along with dating someone who is in the entertainment business, whether it's adult entertainment or mainstream. It's
Yeah,
a lot.
that is true. I was just gonna say, I don't lost train of thought. I was just gonna say something about what you just said though. But go ahead, continue.
Yes, I'm saying it. Yeah, it's a lot. Dating someone in the business, you're worrying about. You're gonna have a lot of eyes on you. It's gonna be a lot of ears. It's gonna be everywhere. Rumors, all of these things start to circulate as well when you're
Mm-hmm.
dating someone.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So
I remember now. Okay, my bad.
yeah,
So basically, there's been a lot of moments where I've told people, like, phew, it's like too many times I've been out with my friends and things, uh,
mhm,
to the point where my friends actually stopped hanging out with me because every time we went out to a bar or a club or even the movies or even the mall, I would have fans or people run up to me, "Oh my God, Manny Killer! Oh my God, I know you! Oh my God!" To the point my friends would be like, every time we go out, people are coming to our table or our section and they're bothering our little time or
our
taking the
personal
time away from you. Yeah.
right.
To the point they literally stopped hanging out with me. And, I tell people like, I understand y'all my friends and all, but it's like y'all just gotta understand, like this is what my life comes with. This is part of this. This is what it is. And I know everybody won't
That
accept it, but that's life.
I earlier I talked about circles. I want to give a shout out to someone very, very, very special who is also in my circle. My brother K Tooks, Kenneth Tooks, K Tooks 85, the K Tooks spot. Make sure you guys go and check out his talk show and platform. We text and talk almost every day, so he's checking on me mentally to see how I feel. Those are the people that
Hmm.
you want to keep with your circle. While
Yes.
you're loving yourself, you keep people like that surrounded around you. Like I'm surrounded by love, and it feels so good to be surrounded by love and divinely protected by God and
Yes.
by everything. And Liz just said something that is very, very key and pivotal to me. Be mindful of red flags because if your spirit is uncomfortable, that is a big shout out.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I second that notion because you can find yourself trying to fake the funk. Sometimes we find ourselves trying to fake the funk, and it's just like everything is okay. We sort of mask the pain or mask whatever it is that we're feeling, and we get scared to tell people how we feel. And it's just like, no, tell people how you feel. If you
Yeah.
don't feel okay, you don't feel like you're up to something, let someone know firsthand. And that's one thing my mom always told me is to be upfront and honest. Do not fake the funk. As much as it might hurt someone's feeling,
Yes.
letting someone know that you hurt them or you feel uncomfortable is not a bad thing. You are not a bad person for saying no. And there's a whole I don't know. I'm young, but I have my grandmother says I have an old soul.
Same,
She
same.
said,
Yeah.
um, I watch a lot of TED Talks, and they talked about the power of no. I tell this story all the time. So the guy was going to represent, do something, a pitch for a pharmaceutical company,
Hmm.
and told him no, not right now. You guys watch the show Shark Tank, so you know they have to present a project, and if it's a yay or a nay, if it's a yay, they'll take the product. Yes, if it's a no, not right now, it's a top. So
Hmm.
TED Talks, he was doing this pitch for a pharmaceutical company, and they told him not right now. And the guy said, why are you telling me no? And it could be no, not right now, not in this process, but there's two different meanings to the word no. No, not right now. Come back with something better. And in this business, in this industry, you're going to have a lot of doors. And life in general, you're going to have a lot of no's. But the key
Yeah.
trick is to not let those stop you and hinder you from your greatness to where you so true, Stevie. You're so right, sis. Absolutely, absolutely. Trust me, I've had doors closed in my face, and
Hmm.
it's happened to all of us. Because be you, because you are precious. Have grace towards yourself. There's no one like you.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And Coco Chanel has a quote. I think that says something about being original
Mm.
and being the best version of yourself.
That's right.
No, it was Audrey Hepburn. It was Audrey Hepburn. She said, "Be the best version of yourself.
Mm.
It's only you." So that's my advice to anybody out there as well too. Is be the best version of yourself. Love on yourself and make sure that you're pouring into yourself. Manny, you have a great heart. I
Oh,
can
thank
tell
you.
just watching your lives, your videos, everything. Your energy is just positive. You're like a breath of fresh
Thank
air, and
you.
people feed off of that. So we need you. When I watched that live and you were being transparent and talking about your experiences with depression, I said, yes, this is something that I'd love to touch on with him in the interview. So now you've made a friend because I too struggle with it too.
Okay.
And there are some people who are in this business, believe it or not, who've been open and transparent about their depression. Some
Yeah.
of the biggest you would not believe. And one of them, I absolutely love her and adore her, and I would love to interview her. That would be one of my dream interviews. Taraji P. Henson. She's
Okay.
been very candid and open about her experience with depression and getting rules and regulations set in place to help people who struggle with depression,
Hmm.
bipolar disorder, and anxiety like themselves. Is so much that can be done out. There's so many people that are in this industry that are now speaking up and saying, okay, yes, you see the glitz
Yeah.
and glamour, but take it all off when we're looking in that mirror and it's just us. Trust me, when I take all of this off, when the eyelashes and everything comes off, it's
Yeah.
just you looking in that mirror.
Yeah.
It's you alone.
Hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with sitting and having a conversation with yourself and saying, okay, how am I feeling today? You
Hmm.
have to ask yourself these questions. And I
Yeah.
said this on yesterday's show. I was telling my guest Kyle Seeley, he said, I got to get better with affirmations. I said, what do? I
Mm.
take my lipstick and I will literally write affirmations on my mirror.
Mm.
And just to look in the morning and see that affirmation still there of what I want to do greater and expand on in life in general. I also do vision boards too. I look in that vision board when I walk into my room. It's right there. And I put little things on there to remind me, little sticky notes or whatever it is. So find whatever it is for you that brings you joy, that brings you happiness. But
Mm.
make sure that you are pouring into yourself also as well too. We are now in a day and age where we were taught to make sure you share with everybody else. But yeah, we share with everybody else.
Yeah.
But what about us? We got to make sure that
Exactly.
number one is taken care of too, because you only get one you.
Hmm. And
Believe someone else, see beyond all the fakeness in the world holds. Learn to self love is the key against all that may come against. Absolutely, Liz. And
mhm.
you were sorry. I'm sorry. And you were saying,
No, no, I was just saying, basically, that me knowing that what I am capable of doing, and the fact that so many people, even you, can see the energy that I'm bringing to this table is. it's like it's like I've been telling people, like, I've been sitting here for a whole reason that many people may not understand or know, and I'm getting closer to that reasoning. A lot of people also don't know. I was in a serious car accident in 2016. Almost lost my life, and
God.
that moment changed my life. Um, like I was headed in a materialistic lifestyle where everything was about money, me, myself, and I. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about, anybody but myself. Even my own family, I didn't care about. I was just a selfish person. My accident that changed me. Well, I'm no longer selfish. It's all about love. It's all about peace. It's all about respect. It's all about trust, honesty. And it's all for me. The accident also showed that I'm here for a reason on a bigger scale than even what I can imagine. And when I had that car crash, I basically hit a pole at 50 miles an hour, head on. People die instantly from stuff like that. I snapped my back completely in half and got a fractured hip to this day because of that accident. And I went to this dark place, and I felt, and I'm gonna keep it as real as I can be. And I felt this safe and protected feeling over me, even though I didn't even know I was in an accident at the time. And when I woke back up, even though in that place it felt like 30 seconds, I was in there, I was out for 2 days though. And when I woke back up, I can remember my sister sitting next to my hospital to the bed. She was like, "Oh my gosh, man, you woke?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what happened?" And she said, "You crashed your brand new car." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe it." And in the midst of that, when I was in that place, I had a voice speak to me, and the voice basically said, "You're going to affect millions of people with," and that was it. So for the last 7 years, since April 9th, 2016, I've been thinking to myself, what is the finishing end of that sentence? And what is he meaning by I'm going to affect millions of people? Is that with my music? Is that with my voice? Is that with my energy? But it's something to do with that because it's for me, it makes it makes all the complete sense of who I am and the reason why I've been the person that everybody know me for is because all this stuff is happening to get to that place to affect the millions of people. And I've already been doing it. That's why it's already over 300,000 people who kind of know me already because I took the time to meet and try to touch every single person that I run across or sit in every time I get on a lift. Well, every time I meet somebody at a party, I'm taking my energy and I'm making sure, they understand to see exactly for what I give. Because when I meet these people, some people are hurt, some people in pain, some people ain't talked to nobody in weeks or months or whatever. And just me, like I said, just me saying hi or giving them a hug or anything, that just helped that person. And now I just saved that person from doing something or whatever they was thinking because I came into their life. So whatever it is, I'm going to die as a legend based on the energy that I bring to the table on this planet. And I know that me doing this today and the stuff I've been doing the last 5, 6, 7 years, this has been the road to affecting millions of people, whatever that is. And like I said, that could be the energy, the music, but I'm going to get there and I'm going to make that happen because people will see for who I really am. So I really take that.
And that's what makes you uniquely human. You said when you got into the accident, you seen someone talk to you, a voice speak to you. That's God saying it's not your time yet. It's
Yeah.
not time. Come back to us. Come back home. That miraculous. And that you're still here. That's a miracle all in itself
Hmm.
because God and He has the power to heal and bring things back to life. He wasn't ready for you to go home. He said, "Come back here. Your mom needs you. Your sister needs you. Your fans, your the people who love and care about you need
Yeah.
you. Go back now. It's not time. Come back here." That's what He said. So it just goes to show you how real it is out
Yeah.
here. And we're now in a day and age in social media where we live life too fast. And it's just like, okay, I need to slow down. I need to retrack. I need to reset. I need to think. This is a whole new beginning for me. And that would be my advice to anybody along in that situation too, is to take time for you and make sure that you're healing. It's a process.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, be hottie beauty. Oh, my love, how are you? Ladies and gentlemen, the Hottie Beauty, who is one of my favorite journalists.
Oh.
So please go and check out the Hottie. Definitely.
Welcome to the
Always
line.
keep it real. Always keeping it real. Always speaking on issues that affect the world. So
Yes.
definitely give the Hottie Beauty a shout out. Love me some the Hottie. So let's shift gears here. We've talked a lot about mental health. We talked a lot about type of peace and energy. We're going to do some games with Manny, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to take some questions and we're
Okay.
going to wrap up. This is not going to be the last you hear of him. I'm definitely going to bring him back on the platform, and we are definitely going to keep in touch. We'll talk after the show. He is
Definitely.
such a great person. We're going to do something called etc. And
Okay.
etc. is where my guests get to choose. They have two choices. It's sort of like this or that, and they have to tell me which would they prefer. And you guys in the audience can play along as well too. The next one is called Turn the Tables, and this is where my guests can ask me questions, as many as they want. It can be fashion, beauty related, life in general. How am I feeling? Whatever they want to know. For the new viewers out there, they can get to know me through Manny's questions. All right, Fashion Dolls. So we're going to start off with etc. So I'm going to give Manny two choices, and he has to tell me which one he prefers. All right. So some of these things are going to be summer related because it is hot.
Okay. It
Swimming
is.
pool or beach.
Beach.
All right. Summer or winter.
I know.
All right. Playlist or podcast.
Playlist.
All right. New phone,
I'm sorry, repeat that one more time.
new phone or new clothes.
New clothes.
Okay. Laptop or tablet.
Laptop.
Okay. Dine in or dine out.
Dine in.
All right. Movies or TV shows.
Movies. I'm gonna go
Okay.
movies.
Ice or fire.
Fire.
Okay. Sweet or salty.
Sweet.
Okay. Weekends or weekdays.
Weekend.
With the gun on purpose. I
Coke
told her she hit me with the
or
force.
Pepsi.
Oh, repeat that one more. One more time.
Coke or Pepsi.
Oh, Pepsi.
Okay. Dark chocolate or milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Okay. All right. Suitcase or backpack.
Backpack.
All right.
I go backpack.
And last, certainly not least, because we're inside, we're going to be watching a lot of Netflix. All right.
Okay.
Drama or fantasy.
Whoa. I'll probably go with the fantasy.
Okay.
I go with the fantasy.
All right, Fashion Dolls, that is this or that. Let's check out some of these comments. Drake, little daddy says beach playlist. Listen, it is hot. It is at least 100 degrees outside. It's hot. I know down here we're supposed to get some thunder and lightning and rain pretty soon. So hopefully things will cool down in South Carolina where I'm at. But yes, that is this or that, Fashion Dolls. My heart is beating so fast for these next ones. All right. It is now time to turn those tables. So I'm going to pass it on down to Manny here, and he's going to ask me some questions. I have no idea what he's going to ask me, and you guys kind of get to know me through his questions. All right, take it away, Manny.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this? That'll be my first.
I, s- Believe it or not, I started right after high school. I
Okay.
started very, very early. Like in 2016 was when we first started. And it didn't, the whole setup, the whole everything did not look like this. I remember from humble beginnings, I had a tablet
Okay. Okay.
and I had the whole like stereo system
Mm-hmm.
connected to the tablet, and I would have to turn on the sound, and I was sitting up on the stool, and I would have to hold the tablet up on the side. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we long way from that. So I remember
Hmm.
those days.
Okay. Okay. What is one thing you see yourself doing besides what you're doing right now? Is there like something else you plan on doing as well?
I would love to design fashion, believe it or not. I'm such a
Okay.
fashion girl. If you guys have been following me for a long time here on the gram, you guys know I'm always posting a look, always posting this, always catching an
Ooh.
eye of some sort. So I definitely could see myself getting back into fashion illustration,
Okay.
sketching.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Okay. Let's see. What is your favorite color?
Pink. Like I'm
Pink.
such the girly girl. I think I believe the Reese Witherspoon is trapped inside my body. Y'all see the movie Legally Blonde, and everything was pink. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. That's nice. Not bad. Um, I was let me see. Let me see. Let me think. Let me think. Um, hmm. I want to make it too easy though. Nothing. I don't know if it's anything, but and the first, well, I should say this: out of everybody who you have interviewed, who would you say was the one person who stood out the most?
One person who stood out. Well, of course, there's you, but another interview, I would have to say Tommy Davidson.
Thomas Davidson.
Just his transparency, him being candid of talking about his childhood up until now, how he got his start. Of course, we know him from the Proud Family and Living Color, but
Okay.
hearing him talk about the backstory of everything, that would have to be one of my favorites. Y'all thought I was going to say Prince. That's one of my favorites too, but the one with Tommy Davidson, definitely.
Yeah. You're so loud. Hold on, trying to get to an area where it ain't so loud. It's just loud over here. All right. All right. Let me see. Hmm. I ain't trying to take too long either. I'm trying to think about it. If there was, if there was a location that you would like to go to, like any city in America right now, to visit, what location would that be? Where you can actually like meet up with somebody else and do like a video or something instead of like how we are right now.
Yeah, I would say New York. I have family there. And it would be fun. The thrill of it. I know it's hectic, it's busy, it's a lot going on,
Okay.
but there are so many nice cafes in New York where we can just sit and have a conversation. Like I like to be in the moment. I'm that type of person. I like to sit across from you, eye contact, feel you, your energy, your spirit connection.
Yes.
So that's I would have to say New York.
Okay. I'm there with that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I would like to do something like that as well because I tell people when you meet somebody face to face and you're actually with them face to face, the communication is better. You can feel their energy better. You can get to understand them better. And when you look at somebody in the eyes, I'm telling you, you see something different that their mouth will not say or explain. So that's definitely a good thing to be face to face. Okay. Let me think. I'm trying to think. I ain't pretty bad at questions like that. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Let
I'm
me
so
see.
glad
Let's see.
you asked me.
Um. Do you see yourself in a relationship? Any coming soon?
Yes, I believe in love. I believe in falling in love, and I would love that. I would love to be in a relationship. Just in
Okay.
time, on God's timing. I wouldn't rush it. I would just let love come to me. And
Okay.
in all cases, so I never know. I never know. Or I could have never seen it.
Okay. Okay. And then this one probably like an intellectual one. If you had a chance to do one thing over, what would that be?
I'd learn to forgive. I'm a Scorpio, so I hold on to internalize it. And at
Mm-hmm.
one point in my life, yes, when we're young, when our teens or whatever, I had real bad temper problems, and I would be just lashing out because I was picked on, I was bullied a lot,
Yeah.
so I would always be to defend myself. But I've learned to work on that, and now just like you said, when you turn 30, it's like a light bulb goes off, and it's just
Yeah.
like you can't do the same things over and over again. It's called insanity. So, what would you do different? And I would say learn to forgive, not hold on to the past, and let
Yeah.
bygones be bygones. I've learned to forgive. Some things unforgivable, I can't forgive, but certain things, yes, I've learned to forgive and just let go and not
Yes.
hold to it because it's like when you pack a suitcase, you're taking all of this bag, this luggage with you, and that luggage is heavy. You can only take so much.
So that's why I
So
said book bag.
I would say that's something that I would learn to do all over again, and that is to forgive.
Okay. Well, just know you can still do it and continue to do it from this point on. And you ain't look, you can start right now. And I tell people sometimes we think that if only we would have this extra time to do something. And what I learned in life, you know, not everything is given to you as a book or a booklet to teach you
Absolutely.
more than what another person can tell you in most cases. Because, we can listen to anybody, but that doesn't mean that they're telling you something you want to hear or know. So I just tell people like, if you really want to make a change, you can start today. And for me, I started 6 months ago, and now look where I am today. Like, but it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, and nobody's gonna do the work but you. So I just tell anybody if you want to get something going, definitely you can do that at any moment. Just start. You know, write it down, manifest it, speak it into existence, and it would definitely happen. Just be careful what you say because stuff you say, you don't say anything because, you know.
You regret it, and that guilt, that
Yeah.
what's that word? Your conscience
Hmm.
will come back and haunt you. Again, you're looking in that mirror. You're sitting
Yeah.
there and you're reflecting on a moment, and you've done things you're just like, oh God, my conscience is coming back to haunt me.
Hmm.
And what do? You have to make it right. You have to take that wrong and make it right. And it's so funny you mentioned writing it down. I have my diary right here.
Okay.
So I try to keep things intact. I'm excited.
Cool. Cool. All right. This will be. Is this the last one? Or I got a few more.
As many as you want.
Okay. What do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Where do I see myself? Like you, I want the best for my family. I want to continue to keep giving the best to my family, keep giving as much as I can.
Hmm.
Um, Healthy, alive, great, successful. That's where I see myself in the next 2 years.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
continue to keep doing it. I'm growing. It's growing each and every day, and I'm so thankful for it.
Yes, that is true. Yes. Hmm. Do you uh do you ever plan on getting married?
Hold on 1 minute. You popped the big one on me, y'all.
Man,
All right.
I'm thinking.
Yes, in due time, I do. In due time, I got to find the right person. And
Hmm.
in order to get that, you have to know that it's a soul connection between you and that
Yeah.
person. Like we both have to be on the same page, like we're here when we're talking to each other. Because when you go through marriage, it's like, okay, you're gonna have your ups and downs. All
Yes.
marriages are not perfect, and I've seen that firsthand with my mom, my dad, and other people that are in my family that are married and friends.
Hmm.
You know, they have their issues down. And my friends will sometimes call me and confide in me. I'm the one that's not married, so they always call in me and confide in me. But they're just like, well, wait till it happens to you.
Yeah.
When is your time? So soon. I would say soon. I'm not
Okay.
going to put a time on love. I would let love come to me.
Okay. I like that. I really do like that. Yeah, I plan on getting married one day and having 5 kids. So we'll see if that happens. Um, let me see. If let me see. I want to make it good. If there was a moment that if there was a moment that you can hold on to forever, what moment would that be?
I would have to say to be able to see my sister again because I lost my sister in August of 2020.
I'm
And her
sorry to hear
birthday
that.
is this month, June 29th. So there won't be a show, you
Mm,
guys. I always take more time off to respect the legacy. And that, that would be something I would love to do again. See her. You
uh,
know, possible God can't bring her back, but she's home. I must say that. And her spirit lives on. And I
uh,
would do something. My mom will pick it up and be like, "Oh, you see that?" And she's like, "Wow, spirit." So yeah, you are your sister's keeper, or you are your brother's keeper in real life. We look alike. We both look alike. So yes, anytime that would be something.
oh wow. I'm sorry for your loss, but it makes me smile. That's how I feel so loving and I was just, oh wow. Um, oh no, I don't know what other question can beat that question. That was a good one. I'm not too sure what else to say. Um, hmm. I was like, if you think they could help me out, but I was like,
You guys have any questions in the comments? I see you all are coming in. Thank you all so much
it was like,
for joining
oh
this
yeah,
great convo. Yeah, they're just engaged. They're not really saying anything right now. They're just engaged in our convo.
okay, okay, cool, cool. All right, I'm just thinking one more. Um, hmm. Okay, all right. I don't know. I'll be asking like some crazy questions sometimes. I just like to see how people think and where their mind is. Um, oh, I wouldn't even know what to ask. If there was, okay, I'm gonna say this. Are you a person who is materialistic or non-materialistic?
Damn. um, My God, well, I do love fashion. I'm a fashion girl, but
Hmm.
for me, it's not about labels. As my thing is this: you, as long as you look, I like to look good and feel good. I feel as though when you look good and you feel good, you take care of yourself. That's
Hmm.
how I see it. But I would have to say non-materialistic because back in the day, I would be petty. I was like, I got to have this, I got to have that. Now it's just like, no, I don't care about it. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. We have some things in common, so I really. All right. This is my last one. This is my last one. Hmm. All right. My last question is gonna be: can you see yourself working with Manny Killer on multiple levels and multiple events or anything that comes in the near future?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Yes, I really would like to make a change, and I feel like uh, you have that ability to make that change. So if we work together or do something together, we can make even a bigger change together. Um, I'm willing to do that with you. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And I'm here. I'm here if you need me. I'm glad I met you. And this was a great conversation.
Yeah.
Always here, one DM away, whatever. Always here, whenever you need me. And I'm glad that I can be that beacon. That same for you. I was nervous coming into this interview, but it's just like your energy. I'm like, okay, we clicked
Yes.
instantly. And I go off of vibes. I go off of feelings and communication. And that is one thing that is key for me. If we have great communication, great vibes, definitely that bond is solid.
Yeah.
So we can definitely work.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that actually. So that'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Because I really want to make some things happen. Going into, well, now that we're in 2023, it's a lot of things that I can see to help not just the gay community, but also the black community to really show something because it's been a lot going on where our communities have been attacked or something is happening where there's a lot of us in the community who's not fully understanding what's going
What's
on. So it's like if I can get on a podcast or me and you can get on a podcast and do something to the point we can um help people be able to understand and relate to what's going on to the community that they're a part of, it can really help a lot of people become more open as we continue to go in this process of growth in that fourth dimension and living in this world that is just changing, every day. So it's just I would like to make something like that happen.
I'm in. I'm in for it. I would love to with you. Absolutely. I'm in. All in. Because I'm all about people say you don't say too much about it, me
Hmm.
personally, but I see people
Yeah.
from LGBT issues. It's Pride Month celebrating us.
Yes.
And black issues. I see what's going on. I just don't talk about it because I want people to have an escape. Yeah, it's going on in the real world, but I want people to have an escape because we've been
Yes.
in such heavy and dark times, and I want people to just kind of like for a moment, but go back into the real world, still deal with the issue, and come back to it. But more importantly, take something away from conversations like this that can be beneficial to helping us get even better.
Yes.
So that's what I'm here for. But I definitely would love to.
Okay, cool. We could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. Nice. I'm fine with that.
All right, fashion dolls. That concludes our turn the table segment with Manny Killer. Before we let Manny go, last question is what would you tell your younger self? That's a question you should have asked me. What would you tell your younger self?
Hmm. Okay. So what would I tell my younger self? I would tell my younger self to be watchful of the people who made the skies to be there for you.
Yeah,
That's what I would tell myself because that would change a lot, in the future. So like, yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Yeah.
I agree. And that's something that we all have to take along with us. Please be careful of that are so
Yeah.
and the people that came in this interview and our conversation, the people that I've mentioned from K2s to Nate, those people I'm thankful to have on this. Like Island Yankees, my girlfriend, to all of them, Hypnotic, all of them show me so much love.
Yeah.
Every interview, every conversation, to see who's coming on, just engage. And people like this, so many others. So that's something. Another, what would I tell my younger self is hang in there. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It might seem like it's rough right now, and I know us being in your when you're in your teenage years or middle school,
Yeah.
oh my God, I hate life is hard, but listen, you ain't seen nothing. It's gonna get better.
Better. Yeah, that's true. Like my mom told me, even though I was telling her like I don't think that recovering from this accident, I'm gonna get back to my regular self. And she literally told me it's green on the other side. Just wait, and you will see. And you fast forward all these years later, and here I am standing here talking to you. Because the green is good, even though there's still been stuff going on. It's better, and that's why I tell people I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so thankful to still be alive, and I wake up every day and I say thank you for another breath, thank you for another heartbeat, thank you for another day, thank you for another hour. Because a lot of us we take that for granted, and we even though you like they say tomorrow not promised, the next second is not promised. And I just say thank you because when you're saying thank you, you're just really giving out your energy because everything else has kind of been laid out for you. But it's us that's not really, returning the favor back to the person who laid it out for us. So in most cases, I just say, just tell them thank you. And you'll feel so much better just saying thank you. And if you got to relieve it to cry, and it's okay to cry, that
Yes,
will help you so much. Like you'd be surprised. My father always told me, real men don't cry. Real men don't show no tears. And I would tell him to his face today that a real man will cry because a real man is a human being who has emotions and affections. And if you telling another man that he should not be able to cry, you're telling a man that he cannot be human. You're telling a man he cannot be himself. And I'm going to be myself.
repress,
Yes.
right?
hmm So, yeah, big facts. And,
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
hmm
Don't keep it pent up inside. Release it. That, in the end result, results in toxic masculinity. Black men have been programmed, and us as the Black collective have been programmed to y'all tough. You can take it, but that trauma still
Exactly.
sticks with us, and that's
Yes.
with us in our adulthood. Oh, it's like you go to sleep at night, you wake up, you have nightmares. It's just like this. Everything that we witnessed or experienced in life is now coming to us, and it's up to you to break that cycle, that generation curse. So that would be my advice to anybody.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm going to break that
You,
curse. I'm going to break it. And it starts here with me. It starts here with me. So I'm gonna do that.
you are so welcome. And I'm going to leave you guys with the final word of the day, which comes from Ava DuVernay. Be passionate, move forward with gusto every single hour of every single day until you reach your goal. And that comes from award winning director Ava DuVernay. She said that those are her words. So I want to leave you guys with that. So be
Mm.
passionate. I live by fire, or I live life through fire. That's something that you hear me say all the time. Is that everybody should live life through fire? Means go on a whim, go whatever sets your soul free, wild, and live it.
Mm.
And that is something that I've lived my life by my own means. So I think everybody should take that along.
Yes. The truth will set you free, and you will be
Now,
free. Yeah.
all right, fashion dolls. Manny, you said you have a project that is going to be. I know you can't give a whole lot
hmm
out, but we'll let everyone know where they can follow you and what they can expect from you because this will not be the last
Oh, it
that
won't be.
you're going to be on our platform. I'm going to bring you back.
Okay. So, but yeah, you can find me on Instagram at MannyKiller_only one because I'm the only one. Even though there's a lot of people trying to be like me, but hey. You can also find me on Twitter at MannyKillerXXX. You can also find me on Snapchat at MannyKiller21. And then also for my music, if you just type in Manny Killer with the hyphen on top of the A, you'll find all my music on all platforms: Spotify, Tidal, Pandora, Instagram Music, you name it, it's going to be there. And my EP or album that I'm going to be dropping at the end of the month, it will be available. I'm going to promote it so everybody gets to see, when it's coming out, when it's dropping. Because I like to make sure everybody at 12 o'clock when it releases is listening to it. And you can find me basically anywhere. Just type that name in and bam, pop up. Uh, and yeah, and I'm also working in the studio with a recording artist where I might drop my first single where I'm actually rapping or singing. So that's gonna be coming out around my birthday in August, and that'll be like a big surprise. So yeah.
All right. You guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys go and follow
Hmm.
man. And again, I want to thank you for just your transparency and coming on and telling us your story. It's not easy. I seen you kind of pause throughout
Yeah.
the interview, but this was an amazing combo, and this will not be the last.
Thank
I'm
you, and
gonna bring you back. We're gonna work
thank you
together.
for having me on. I appreciate it.
You are so welcome, and we'll talk. So
Okay.
join me tomorrow, Ashy Dolls. We have all the way from Nigeria, Lagos. International actor
Mm.
Kennedy Samario will be joining me. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 4. I love you all and stay fierce, stay fabulous, live life with fire, stay style by Stevie. Take care.
All right. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Have a great day.
You
Peace.
too.
All right.